Well guys, Assassin's Creed codename Red is finally going to be getting an official gameplay show off on June 10th this year, because Ubisoft has just announced that their upcoming massive event, Ubisoft Forward, is going live on June 10th, and that's when we'll finally get to see the official first look at what Assassin's Creed codename Red's gameplay is going to look like. Now before we get the official gameplay, however, we will of course get to see the final official name of this game, because as of now it's called codename Red, and Ubisoft will give us the official name of the game, whether it's just going to be Red, or maybe this could be something related to Japan's timelines, or maybe they could even just name it as Assassin's Creed Feudal, referring to feudal Japan. Now what's interesting is that if you take a look at Ubisoft's track records, as we know, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was one of the most highest sold games out there in the history of Assassin's Creed, and not just that, even the official trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla went super viral. So Ubisoft has never seen such huge success or such huge numbers before. So this of course means that they would have taken a very high chances of notes as to what kind of a reveal that they have planned for Assassin's Creed codename Red. Now Ubisoft previously used boss logic in order to make this Photoshop reveal of the first look at our official character Eivor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that's probably how we even got to know the setting of the game was supposed to be all about Vikings. And as you know, Vikings was very popular back in those days, especially with the final season of the Vikings Netflix TV show that was airing at that time, which made the game even more popular and more interesting. A lot of people were actually intrigued to see what this game has to offer, especially it's an open world and a game that's filled with Vikings era. And my best guess about this is that Ubisoft will most likely do another reveal, very similar to what they have done with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They will do the same with Assassin's Creed codename Red as well, but then this time it could be something entirely different. I don't think they're going to do the very similar reveal of revealing what the game could look like in Photoshop, because we've already seen a small teaser and we know that the game takes place in feudal Japan and we're going to be playing as a shinobi, but then we don't know what the other character is like, because the latest rumors have been stating that there are two characters, one being Samurai, who's a male African character, and then the other one is Shinobi, a female assassin that was revealed in the initial teaser. So we kind of know what the teaser is like, but then we'll get an official name. And looking at the track records, it was in the month of April to May. That is when Ubisoft made the official reveal for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and now they could do the same in the month of April for Assassin's Creed codename Red as well. So I'm just super excited to see what they have in store for us. Now keeping those things aside, we've also got plenty of information that has been shared with us from some of the insiders at Ubisoft, and all of these informations were sourced by Insider Gaming, and it seems like Assassin's Creed codename Red is going to be having a very similar settlement kind of system, whereas this settlement is going to be called as Hideout, and it's going to be a much upgraded version of what we've already seen with settlements in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, whereas the Hideout is now where the players will be able to build at their own will, which means that you as players have the full freedom in the game in order to build your own armory, dojo where you practice all of your skills, and then you also have altar where you can pray to your gods, and these are things that you can basically construct inside of your hideout, which is basically the settlement. Now Insider Gaming went on and said that the settlement in Assassin's Creed Red is going to be much bigger in size compared to what we have seen with Valhalla. Now the bigger in size also comes with a lot of different features. One of the biggest features that we know is that building and customizing your armory, dojo, and whatever you're going to be building in your hideout. Now one of the things that Insider Gamings have stated about what kind of customization we're going to be seeing, they've said that these buildings are going to be fully customizable, from being able to pick the building locations to being able to choose your rooftops and your floors and designs and complete interior layouts of whatever you're trying to build in your settlement. So this is something that we've never seen before in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because the picked locations were not something that players could pick. So all the buildings and all the things in the game was pretty much just you having enough resources in order to just go ahead and lock it. But then it seems like in Assassin's Creed codename Red, players will actually have a lot more freedom in order to place each individual building in the location that you personally like. So it basically feels more like a survival game where you have like these building mechanics where you can build your own camping or base building and all that stuff. You can even customize the entire houses. Now not only is this feature much more advanced than Valhalla, this also means that Ubisoft is going to have a lot more variations in terms of how they're going to be selling some of those microtransaction cosmetic items inside the microtransaction store, where you could buy different floors and different interiors, and you could also buy some of the premium roofs for your interiors, and a lot of different customizable options to your settlement or hideout. So it's basically fun. At the same time, it's going to be filled with a lot of microtransactions. I already see it, and that's basically why Ubisoft is even implementing all of these things in the first place. Now, Ubisoft has also spoken about some of the new engines that they were implementing in this game, and it seems like it's definitely going to be a huge upgrade compared to the one that we've seen with Valhalla. Now, Valhalla and Assassin's Creed Mirage, both of those games were running on the same engine, and that's probably the reason why a lot of people actually felt similarities when it comes to Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Mirage in terms of gameplay and how all of the looting and basically the entire map system worked. And the reason for that is because the game is running on the same engine. And now with Assassin's Creed Codename Red, it's going to be a next-gen engine, a much upgraded version of Anvil engine, where Ubisoft said that it will benefit from visual upgraded ray tracing global illumination. And it's also going to enable virtual geometric character details. Now, whatever that means is very complicated words, and we'll just leave that for Digital Foundry to figure out all the configurations. But as of now, all we know is that it's good news. It's an upgrade. The game is going to look much better than what it did with Valhalla. And for the very first time in the history of Assassin's Creed games, we're going to be getting an actual ray tracing global illumination option that's going to be enabled. So this is going to be the first ever next-gen Assassin's Creed title. After all these years of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X being launched, only now in 2024 we're going to be getting a game that has ray tracing with Assassin's Creed titles. So that's already a shame, but still it's something that's new, so I would love to go ahead and appreciate whatever Ubisoft is doing, and I would love to see what new engine upgrades have been done and how good the game is basically going to be looking. Now, luckily, the good news is that Insider Gaming actually got a lot of gameplay footage which was shared by Ubisoft. They actually sent them a lot of gameplay footage where they could take a look at what Assassin's Creed Red's gameplay is like and what the graphics is like. And as far as what they have said so far, it seems like it is a complete overhaul of everything that was previously done with any other Assassin's Creed games that has been created so far, where they said that the complete animations and parkour system, dynamic weather system, and so much more has been completely changed. So all of these things are having a massive change from any of the previous Assassin's Creed games that they've seen. So this just makes me hope that maybe it's much better than what we've seen before in Assassin's Creed Valhalla and all the games. So listening to whatever Insider Gaming have been sharing after looking at the gameplay, it just makes me more excited to see how truly next-gen this game could possibly look. Now, however, there's also something that kind of concerns me, which is when it comes to combat system, where Insider Gaming says that as far as what they've seen from the gameplay, the combat actually looks somewhat very similar to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But then it also has a lot of new gore mechanics and some mechanics like body dismemberment, upgrades, and decapitation, and realistic blood spills and all that stuff. So those things are a little bit of an add-on. It's upgraded and all that stuff. But then the combat system, the main action-packed adventure of the game, is kind of similar to the RPG style of what we've already seen with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that's kind of disappointing because I'm not very huge fan when it comes to the combat of how it works in Valhalla. I would love to see more of an old school combat like what we have seen with Assassin's Creed Mirage. Like, I would honestly take Mirage over Valhalla anytime, because I'm not a huge fan of RPG combats because it just feels very off. It takes away from the immersion, and I'm a sucker when it comes to cinematic combats and all of these things, which just makes your character look much more cooler. So that's not going to be part of the game. It seems like it's going to be similar, but then the animations are going to be much more different, and dismemberment and decapitation is going to play a very huge role here. Now, however, something that's very interesting about this game in terms of combat is the stealth system. And what Insider Gaming have mentioned is that the stealth play is going to be a major role in Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which is going to have a similar approach to Splinter Cell's most iconic features, where you can extinguish the torch and hide into tall grasses and bushes, and even go prone when you actually like to go prone. So these are some of the key features when it comes to the stealth systems, and all of these things are just making me super excited to see what new changes Ubisoft are going to be implementing. I really hope the parkour system is going to be on to the point, because you're playing as a shinobi and it's Japan. It's one of my most favorite settings, and it's one of the most requested settings from fans in terms of how many years it took Ubisoft to just realize that fans actually wanted a feudal Japan setting, and it's finally happening. I really don't want them to screw this game up and give us as best animations as they possibly can in terms of parkour system and stealth and whatever it is the game has to offer. So these are all the informations that we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys did go on and enjoy this video, please just go ahead, drop a big fat like on this video. It really helps a lot to me as a creator. It helps out the channel. It helps out grow these videos. So your support is absolutely appreciated. Now, if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers all the latest and the greatest informations, news, leaks, and all the stuff that you guys need about upcoming open world games, it's going to be available first on my channel every single day. And the best part about it is that YouTube is absolutely free, so you don't have to pay a dime in order to stay subscribed, in order to stay notified with all of the daily contents that I upload for you guys, so you can know what new stuff is happening in the gaming industry. At the same time, if you subscribe, it also helps me build my community, because as a YouTube content creator, building our community is all that matters. So if you guys could show your support, it would really mean a lot to me. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.